This is my first Project Life process video. I had a lot of fun doing it. I don't think it turned out as good as I thought it would, but I'm going to share it with you anyway. It was a learning curve. Hopefully my next one will be a lot better. Um, I think I was just too busy with it and there was just a little story behind it, behind all the photos, so I think I just wrote too much and stuff. But hopefully my next Project Life will be a lot better. So right now I'm just going through all of my photos and Project Life cards, and I'm sorting through them. Some are from Studio Calico and some are from the Becky Higgins blush kit, I think it is. So I'm just playing around with that. For February, because I didn't know that I was going to be doing Project Life, I didn't actually document what I did and what weeks and what day. So it's actually really hard for me to figure that out. So I just did my first 2 weeks on one layout, and I'm going to do my next 2 weeks on my next Project Life video, which will probably end up being 2 pages because I went to like a concert, and then I also met like a couple of famous people. So I have a lot of photos from that. So I just tipped all of my cards and photos onto the table because it was just hard working behind that sleeve, especially with the other cards behind it. So I just thought this would be easier. So I'm just trying to find a card to go behind that little cluster thing that I have there. The sleeve page protector thing that I'm using is, I think it's D. I don't actually know. But it's the one that has all the 4x6 spaces in it. So that's why I could do that vertical card in that sleeve, which worked out really well, I think. So I'm still trying to go through cards, trying to find some I like. I really did like that little tag behind there, but I didn't end up going with it, but I did like it. And I'm going to end up going with that light blue card that's on there now. And I didn't like this Hello February card, but I really wanted to use it because it said February on it. So I just cut out the circle and I was like, yeah, I'll just put a card behind it, but it didn't end up working. And then I tried to stamp the date on it, and then that turned out ugly. So even though I fiddled with it for a while, I don't actually end up going with any of it. I just pick a totally new card. So I try and make it work. I'm just not happy with it. Just cut down that little photo of my friend's tattoo. And you can see that the top half of the tattoo is cut off, but I do end up, and that the photo of the burger and my future ticket down in the left hand corner, all of those photos are going to get replaced, just because the future ticket was the wrong size. The burger photo was, I had edited it and that I wanted it different, and the tattoo one, it cut off the tattoo. So in about a week's time or a couple of days time, I go print out some more photos. But see, I try to stamp on this little circle thing, and it just turned out ugly. So then I ditched that idea and I just picked up that pink card on the left. No, not that one. Yeah, it is that one. And I just put some sticker letters on and a lot of enamel dots, and it turned out alright. A lot prettier than I thought, actually. So as I said, I wasn't completely happy with this layout, but it was my first Project Life, and I didn't actually do it by weeks. I put the date there. I don't know why. I think that's just how I'm going to do my Project Life. Just to remind me what happened. So I'll just explain the photos a little bit. My friend's tattoo, the one that I'm gluing down now, he went away with my ex-boyfriend up to the Central Coast, up to Queensland, and he said he was going to get a tattoo, and I thought my ex was going to get a tattoo, but he didn't end up getting one. He's a chef with me, and that's how I met my ex-boyfriend. So he got a tattoo that says "out of the frying pan and into the fire," which I I don't really get. I kind of get it. Wouldn't it be out of the fire into the frying pan? I don't really know. But he sent me a photo of it, and it's got like a chef cutting up some like fish slash lobster thing. I don't really know what it is. But it was pretty cool, and I don't really know why I documented it because it's not my tattoo, but I did anyway. And the card that I documented it on is super pretty. It's like got a gold leaf today, and then it kind of like it's like an ombre effect with the pattern on the card, but you can't actually see it. So now I'm just working on this card, and for work I had an assignment where I had to sell. I had to do an apprentice inspiration. Yeah, I had to do apprentice inspiration. So what that means is all the apprentices at my work had to create a meal, and it was going to go on the menu at work. So I did a chicken burger because I mainly worked in a cafe at my work. We have like 3 kitchens, and I worked in the cafe kind of kitchen, and they didn't have a chicken burger. They didn't have any burger, and I thought it would sell really well. And whoever sold the most of their meal won a prize. I think the winner won a $200 gift voucher or something. But he had it over Christmas time, and he also did a lamb rack, and everyone loves lamb. And also, Christmas time is really busy. And also, he did it in the kitchen, which is like a upper class kind of restaurant thing, where it's open every night. Whereas the cafe was only open on the weekend at night, and then during the day. So I couldn't get my family and friends to come in all the time because they were working during the day. So I was at a big disadvantage. But I think I sold 70 or 80, and the winner sold 112 or 117. So I was pretty close. All the other apprentices only sold like 30 or 20, so I did come in second, which I was happy about. But just that photo there is my dad. He brought 13 people to have my chicken burger, and it was just amazing. I really wanted to document it, so it was just like, just yeah, unforgettable. I really wanted to put that label there, but I just thought it was too dark. It did match the other side of the card, but I just thought it was too dark with the layout, and I think I wanted to add in more pink. And then there was another one exactly the same, but it said simple things. And I didn't really think that went like simple things, but it is the simple things that matter that he brought everyone down and had my chicken burger. So I sold 13 that night. And I actually wasn't working in the kitchen. I had the night off. And my sister didn't tell me that he was organizing it. And so I was going to go to dinner with my dad, but I had plans with another chef to go to a movie. So I wasn't actually there. So I felt super, super bad. But I was so happy that my dad did that. I think he came down 3 times to have my chicken burger, and I was only on for 2 weeks. So my ex at the time, me and him went down to have one. My auntie came, my mum came, my grandparents came. Had a lot of family and a lot of people at the company where I work. Um, all the waitresses and gaming staff and front of house and people that are on reception and stuff. All of them um, were really supportive, and they all said that they really liked my burger and that some of them had bought 3 or 4 during the 2 weeks. So I was really happy about all the friends that I'd made and all the people that wanted to support me and stuff. Um, so I think I'm gonna do a 12 by 12 or a page in my scrapbook, a smashbook, sorry, about my chicken burger story. But I was just so proud that I made it because I had tried a burger and they actually did taste good. It was everything that I wanted on a burger. So it was kind of like my opinion of what a burger should be. And everyone liked it, which was really cool. Um, but it basically just had like grilled chicken marinated in lemon and herbs and chicken salt. And then I did a guacamole kind of thing. So it was just avocado, tomato, red onion, and cucumber all diced up really small. Then it was slices of tomato and cos lettuce. The bread was buttered and it had, when you cook the chicken, you put caramelized onions and cheese on it so it melted. And it was quite hard to eat. Oh, and also mayo. It was quite hard to eat because everything like kept on going everywhere, but it was quite delicious, if I'm allowed to say that. So now I'm just, as you saw, I just did some of my journaling. I'm playing around with these chipboard pieces and those really little words on the left-hand side, but they didn't make it to the page. I just didn't want to have to add another element and then have it consistent throughout the layout. So on this bottom card, I didn't really have much to write about. So I'm going to put a big sticker there saying best year ever. Best year yet, sorry. And I really like this blue because I didn't want it to be too strong, but it was just kind of a nice like kind of background almost kind of thing. And this is gonna be my best year ever because I broke up with me and my ex broke up, and he was, I mean, it was good in the first 3 months, but then it just got to be a horrible relationship. We weren't happy. We didn't make each other happy. But enough about that. So it's gonna be a good year for me. I'm gonna get into my hobbies. I'm gonna ace my assignments at work. I've bought a drum kit, an electric drum kit, because if I got an acoustic one, my mum would be mental and I wouldn't be able to practice on it because she'd be sleeping all the time because I am a chef, so I'm awake when everyone else is sleeping. I'm like nocturnal, which can be a big disadvantage, especially with my poor social life that I don't have. As you can see in the bottom left hand of my layout, that's my dog. And his name is Buddy, but sometimes I call him Puppy just because he's so cute and he still prances around and jumps on things and stuff. So I call him Puppy even though he's like 8 years old. But that's just him and me watching Game of Thrones. And he just likes to sit there with me, which is really cute. And sometimes if mum goes to bed, I let him up on the couch with me and we watch it together. So the stars, they kind of like, they're on like cardboard, but the cardboard kind of ripped off with the stickiness. So I just got my glue and stuck it down. And it's just a glue from this craft store, just a wet glue. But I really wanted to document that Buddy watches Game of Thrones with me. Oh my god, I'm so obsessed with Game of Thrones. I'm up to, I was watching season 4 then in this layout, but I've finished it now. And I did not want to watch the last episode of season 4 because I just wanted to keep it there so I had something to watch when I got home from work or when I didn't feel like scrapbooking or something. I just thought it was going to be so sad. So now I'm just putting a lot of enamel dots around the page and also those stars that I got in the Project Life Park Avenue kit, I think it is. But yeah, so now I have to wait till April, which is a month away at the moment, to until season 5 comes out. And I don't have Foxtel, and a couple of my friends do, but like my ex does. But it'd be awkward if I was like, "Hey, can I come over just to watch season 5 of Game of Thrones?" Me and him still talk, but I think it's best if we keep our distance from each other, just for a bit longer while our feelings subside and while we get over the breakup. And then that photo of Buddy was really, really dark, so I wanted to kind of put a frame around it just to kind of hide the darkness, I guess. Now that I think about it, I could have cut the photo down and then backed it on a card, and then it would have added a bit more colour, a bit more interest, and not be so dark. But that's okay. I ended up doing something that I like with the picture anyway. So I really wanted to keep that word on it, puppy. But I put some stickers on. Here I'm putting some really little, like a little mini heading on this card here. And it took me forever to do because I wrote out Maddie playing at the boat shed, which is my mum's boyfriend who's in a band. So he's the one that's going to be teaching me the drums. So it took me forever, so I just kind of cut that out and fast forwarded this bit a lot. So you'll just see me doing the last couple of letters. And then I just did a little bit of journaling on that card. And then I put a little arrow in my journaling to that stamp, best year yet. And I said, watching Maddie, trying to forget about my ex, because that was the night, a couple of nights before this night when I saw Maddie perform was the night that me and him broke up. So I just said, trying to get over my ex, having a good time, and it's going to be the best year yet. Because I'm 20, I turned 20 on March the 11th, so you'll see a big double spread on my birthday. And 20s are meant to be the best years of your life, so I hope that's true. I'm feeling pretty good about it now. I finished my apprenticeship when I'm 21, so I have a year and a half left on my apprenticeship. It'll be a year in July. So that's pretty exciting. And also I want to learn the drums and I want to learn how to surf. Kind of missed it this summer, but maybe next summer. And I've learnt my first beat on the drums, but yeah, I'm not very good yet. I actually haven't had a lesson yet, which I probably should. Yeah, but I got these little, what do you call them? Sequins, um, in the latest Project Life kit, in the Feb project, in the March project. I don't know which Project Life kit, but I got them from Studio Calico, and I thought I was going to use them, but then they're just a little bit too big, and I really like the small enamel dots. I used all the small ones in this layout. And then I really like those little triangles because it kind of looks like you're fast forwarding. So I put them in a few places too. And then I really wanted to use those banners, but it wasn't gold, it was like copper, and I didn't think that really worked. And then I really liked that. That was just a little sticker that said this was awesome, because it was. Um, you missed it then, but see those little see-through green vellum stickers on the left in that middle card? Yeah, I just put those, the arrow and the 2015 there. And now as I said that I was going to change these pictures, I just do that here. So that's the one that's edited, so it's brighter colors, and it has a little word that just says mine because it was my burger that I made. But I don't end up going with that big photo of it just because it kind of cut off the M just a little bit. But I think it would have been nice to have that big photo there because it just would have been really simplistic because I have a lot of cars and a lot of little things going on. But I got these from Big W actually, and they were really cool. They have all these like really nice neutral kind of cards, which I thought would help me get better at Project Life because the ones in these layout are all really bright. So I think it just made it a bit busy and a bit in your face. But yeah, so I got a few of these. So you just kind of like pop the cards out, and it came with a few sleeves, protective sleeves, but they were really weird designs and sizes, like not the ones you can get at Studio Calico or Becky Higgins. So I really bought it for the cards, but I probably will end up using the sleeves. And another thing I was worried about was if they were going to fit in the pockets because I wasn't sure if they're going to be exactly the same size, but they do. So we don't need to worry about that, that's fine. So now I'm just trying to work out the placement of this little photo on both of the cards. I do like that, but I didn't end up going with it. I really wanted the green to go with the vellum stickers I had on the left. But I couldn't make it work next to the happy or next to the dream, so I tried to cut down my photo, but it was still just, it looked like it was squishing the words too much, but I fiddle around with it a lot. And no, I go with the green card. And I struggle with the placement of it because I didn't want it to take up, like, I didn't want there to be a lot of white space, and then I think I wanted to write a little something about it. So now I'm just looking through the March Project Life Kit Odyssey, and I love these little stickers. They're really small, but they just fit, and the light grey, it just doesn't make them pop out too much, which I like. So I sped this up really quick, and I just spelled out "so proud," because I was proud of myself. I didn't think, like when we got the assignment, I didn't think I was going to be able to make a recipe or a meal to put on the menu. I doubt myself a lot. But I did. I got a lot of help from my mum's boyfriend. He's in a band, but he's also a chef. So he actually helped me come up with the recipe and helped me get it together and stuff. So that was awesome. So I put a couple of exclamation marks on there, just to emphasize and to fill in the card a bit more. And then I kind of wanted something else in this card, so I backed the photo on some pink paper. First, I think I put some enamel dots on, just where that green kind of space is. Do I? No. So I back it on some pink paper, just to kind of tie it in with the pink that's all over the layout. And I knew that I wanted to do 2 layers. And I knew that I wanted to layer it, not like exactly, like I wanted it to be a little bit like on the side kind of, so that you like kind of behind it. You'll see what I do. I washed it in Nancy's Nancy's video. Her name's Kitty Scrapbooker on YouTube, I think. I'll have the link in below. She's amazing. She layers so much and uses up quite a lot of her stash in just one layout. But I like the way she does it. I'm quite bad at layering, so I do try to learn from her because she's just insane with it. But here you'll see that, see, I kind of want it like on the edge a bit, not kind of like just straight behind it. So that's how I stick it down in the end. And then after this, I'll just glue them down. And then after this, I just put my future ticket in that bottom left hand across those two cards of my dog, because I bought the ticket because I knew that I was going to scrapbook the ticket. So I actually bought it instead of printing it off the internet. So it was really pretty. It had like this little gold Ticketmaster writing and had some really nice colors in it. The only thing that happened was when I was at the festival, they didn't take it off me, which I was really happy about. When I put the ticket in my bra, because I had all my pockets full of like my phone and my ID and my money and stuff, so I put the ticket in my bra to keep it safe, but it's stuck to my boob because, you know, boob sweat, yeah. So half of the ticket like stayed on my boob, like the paper got stuck. So I was really upset about that, but luckily I took a photo. So I'll probably put the ticket in my scrapbook. But I was really upset. But anyway, I'm just going to back these two photos on some scrap paper. And as I said, that tattoo photo, it missed out some of the tattoo. So I'm just going to trim the correct photo down and stick it on. Just back these photos so they don't move. And that's that.